Here's a post that I found interesting. It's somebody's blog, and he writes, I don't know if my job will still exist in 10 years. And then he writes, in 2021, being a good software engineer felt great. The world was full of software, with more companies arriving every year who needed to employ engineers to write their code and run their systems. I knew I was good at it, and I knew I could keep doing it for as long as I wanted to. The work I loved would not run out. 2026, I'm not sure the software engineering industry will survive another decade. If it does, I'm certain it's going to change far more than it did in the last 2 decades. Maybe I will figure out a way to carve out a lucrative niche supervising AI agents, or maybe I will have to leave the industry entirely. Either way, the work I loved is going away. I definitely agree that the software engineering industry is changing. I think everybody should jump on AI and try to use it as much as possible. Like there are people who still say that it's useless and garbage and it doesn't provide any value. But I think it's more a matter of finding where it can be used in a good way. Often in the software applications, there is so much boilerplate code that you write, and an AI can easily automate those things. So I think there's still room for good software developers who are able to judge about the output from the AI and be able to guide it with what kind of architecture do you want and what kind of structure you want to have in the code. So when I use AI, often I adjust what it has written, or I change my prompt based on what it has outputted and come with feedback. And there are some iterations there until it has arrived at a solution that I like. So I still think there is a room for software developers. But then if we continue tasting our own medicine, it's unseemly to grieve too much over it for two reasons. First, the whole point of being a good software engineer in 2010s was that code provided enough leverage to automate away the other jobs. That's why programming was and still is such a lucrative profession. The fact that we are automating away our own industry is probably some kind of cosmic justice. But I think any working software engineer today is worrying about this question. What will be left for me to do once AI agents have fully diffused into the industry? So I'm not that worried actually about this. I think it will be like in the earlier history, the more software we can write and the cheaper it is to write software, the more like abstractions we have and the easier it is to make. Software is just going to enter even more industries, and we're going to be able to make even more apps and with more features. So with the cost going down for writing software, I think the demand will go up. So if you are a good software developer, I think there will still be a market for you. But if you're a bad one, or like a junior one, and you only can prompt and not do anything else, and you are not able to like think critically about the output that it generates, then yeah, maybe your value will be a bit less. Like if I'm a senior software developer, why would I need a junior developer when I can just prompt my own AI to do something? Like why would I need to hand over a task to a junior developer who would then hand it over to ChatGPT or Claude? Like why wouldn't I just immediately write it to Claude or ChatGPT myself? But we continue. The other reason it's unseemly is that I'm probably going to be one of the last to go. As a staff engineer, my work has looked kind of like supervising AI agents since before AI agents were a thing. I spend much of my job communicating in human language to other engineers, making sure they are on the right track and so on. Junior and mid-level engineers will suffer before I do. Why hire a group of engineers to be the hands of a handful of very senior folks when you can rent instances of Claude Opus 4.6 for a fraction of the price? Yeah, this is what I just said, that the demand for like junior developers or mid-level engineers, as he writes also here, yeah, the demand will probably go down. But I also think like I love coding, but the customer doesn't care about the code. They only care about the output and like the function that the system is able to provide. So it's a little bit arguing from a luxury standpoint. I think that I love to code and I want to code, but yeah, nobody wants to pay me for that. You kind of need to adapt and provide what the market demands. We continue overshooting and undershooting. I think my next 10 years are going to be dominated by one question. Will the tech industry overshoot or undershoot the capabilities of AI agents? If tech companies undershoot, continuing to hire engineers long after AI agents are capable of replacing them, then at least I will hold on to my job for longer. Still, my job will increasingly mean supervising groups of AI agents. I would spend more time reviewing code than I do writing it, and more time reading model outputs than my actual code base. I don't know if this necessarily is a bad thing. Isn't it good that you can write even more software that your customers are demanding? And then we continue. If tech companies tend to overshoot, it's going to get a lot weirder, but I might actually have a better position in the medium term. In this world, tech companies collectively realize that they have stopped hiring too soon and must scramble to get enough technical talent to manage their sprawling AI-generated code bases. As the market for juniors dries up, the total number of experienced senior and staff engineers will stagnate, driving up the demand for my labor until the models get good enough to replace me entirely. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Like, you can wish that the market or the reality would be different, but I think AI is just here to stay. So I think you just need to adapt and get used to it. And he talks here about like overshooting and undershooting, like are we betting too much on AI, or how good will it be in the future? But I think if you just look at the current AI that we have today, it's already very useful. So even if there is no more development at all with AIs and they're just gonna continue to be on this level, I think it's already a very good help when you're coding. So I think it's just smart to use what we have today and not worrying that much about the future. Am I being too pessimistic? Of course, the software engineering industry has looked like it was dying in the past. High-level programming languages were supposed to let non-technical people write computer code. Outsourcing was supposed to kill demand for software engineers in high cost of living countries. None of those prophecies of doom came true. However, I don't think that's much comfort. Industries do die when they are made obsolete by technology. Eventually, a crisis will come along that the industry can't just ride out. Yeah, what to say? Like sometimes industry change. We don't know if this will change completely, but who knows? But for example, when the car was invented and the market for horses and wagons disappeared. So of course, if you were building wagons, then yeah, it was a bit tough during that transition. But in the end, the society became better when we have cars to drive around in instead of riding horses between cities. But yeah, what can you do? Things change. I think you just need to live with it. The most optimistic position is probably that somehow demand for software engineers increases because the total amount of software rises so rapidly. Even though you now need fewer engineers per line of software, this is widely referred to as the 𝗗𝗔𝗡𝗟 effect. Along these lines, I see some engineers saying things like, I will always have a job cleaning up this AI-generated code. Yeah, this is the sense I think, or yeah, I don't know, but maybe this can be a reality. Since the price for software is decreasing and there are more demands for software and markets where software could be utilized. And like I said, yeah, then there will be fewer engineers per line of software. I think this is what we have seen in the past as well. Like just instead of writing a difficult C code, you can write like Python code and get more done with one line of code and with the same line of C code. But now we can prompt an AI instead and generate a lot of code. But he writes, I just don't think that's likely. AI agents can fix bugs and clean up code as well as they can write new code. That is better than many engineers and improving each month. Why would companies hire engineers to manage their AI-generated code instead of just throwing more and better AI at it? If the 𝗗𝗔𝗡𝗟 effect is true, I think we would have to be hitting some kind of AI programming plateau where the tools are good enough to produce lots of code. We are here already, but not quite good enough to maintain it. This is prima facie plausible. Every software engineer knows that maintaining code is harder than writing it, but unfortunately, I don't think it's true. But as I said, what can you do? If you want to stay relevant, I think you just need to utilize AI program. As I said, we are already here and it's good enough to produce a lot of code. So yeah, you just use the tools we have available. Like back in the days when people were writing assembly code, you could have resisted compilers and wanted to continue to write assembly even though other people transitioned to C. But that would just mean that you are far behind everybody else if you're still writing assembly while other people are transitioning to something more effective. But he continues, my personal experience of using AI tools is that they are getting better and better at maintaining code. I've spent the last year or so asking almost every question I have about the code base to an AI agent in parallel while I look for the answer myself. And I've seen them go from hopeless to sometimes faster than me to usually faster than me and sometimes more insightful. Right now, there's plenty of room for a competent software engineer in the loop, but that room is shrinking. I don't think there are any genuinely new capabilities that AI agents would need in order to take my job. They would just have to get better and more reliable at doing the things they can already do. So it's hard for me to believe that demand for software engineers is going to increase over time instead of decrease. Yeah, but this is like arguing from the standpoint that there is a finite amount of software. I'm sure there are a lot of companies that cannot afford a developer or a consultant because it's so costly to make an app or anything. But if it's now cheaper to make the same app, then maybe even more companies would like to buy that service from some like consultancy agency. Isn't there like a ton of restaurants that still have like crappy websites? I'm sure there are a lot of people and companies that have ideas about apps they would like to develop, but it has just been too costly to develop it. But then we come to final thoughts. It sucks. I miss feeling like my job was secure and that my biggest career problems would be grappling with things like burnout, internal struggles, not external ones. That said, it's a bit silly for software engineers to complain when the automation train finally catches up to them. I kind of think the opposite. I think it's just fun that my job is not secure. So I work as a consultant, and yeah, with my contract, I can be kicked anytime very easily. And then it's like part of being a consultant, and that you find something else that you can do. And this about automation and that it's catching up to us. I have for a long time thought that the code I write myself. So I code mainly in C# and .NET at work. I thought for a long time that there is so much boilerplate in it that I wouldn't want to write myself. So I'm just happy that an AI can write all that crap instead. There are so many abstraction layers and repository patterns and DTOs and all kind of junks for just displaying something in the front end and yeah, passing it down through many layers down to the database. There's so much abstraction in between, and then you just need to repeat that over and over again for all kind of features. So I think it's more fun now to like more think about the features. How do I want the architecture, and then somebody else like the AI can do the work for me. And then I would tweak a bit in the end, since I still feel like I know better what I want. But I'm just happy with this automation that, yeah, finally we don't have to write all this crappy boilerplate code. At least I'm happy that I recognize that the good times were good while I was still in them. Even when the end of zero interest rates made the industry less cozy, I still felt very lucky to be a software engineer. Even now I'm in a better position than many of my peers, particularly those who are very junior to the industry. Yeah, but I think this is a bit egoistic standpoint that, yeah, it's fun to write code and you want to still be able to be paid to write code. So you can feel nostalgic about how the times have been, but yeah, as I said, I think you just need to adapt. And the same here with the junior developers. You kind of need to change what your value standpoint is. It's not just about writing code or being able to prompt. You need to offer something more. Yeah, so maybe it will be more difficult for juniors to be able to enter. So maybe like your skill set needs to be changed a bit to be able to review code instead. And hey, maybe I'm wrong. At this point, I hope I'm wrong. And that there really is some 𝗗𝗔𝗧𝗧 human element required to deliver good software. But if not, I and my colleagues are going to have to find something else to do. Yeah, I don't know if this is necessarily something bad. I think it might just be good, actually. Like if the task you do at work, if they are so basic that an AI can do it, like why not use an AI then? Isn't it just good to automate those boring things that an AI might as well do? So I think our lives will just become more meaningful when we can focus on something else instead of doing something that a robot might as well do. Yeah, so I obviously don't share this negative thinking. I think it's just positive. I think it's great to be living in this time when we see so much change, and it will be very interesting during the coming years to see how the software engineering industry develops even further. Imagine if the software industry had completely stagnated and nothing new was happening, and you had like 30 or 40 years left of your career of just doing the same things over and over again, developing a new CRUD application in the same programming language and nothing new. I think it's just fun that there is so much things happening, and you always need to learn and adapt and to stay relevant, and you always develop yourself, and there's always something new to look at. But I think that was everything for today. Please share a comment what you think about this future, and do you use AI today, or are you afraid? Or yeah, please share your thoughts, and we will see each other another time. Bye bye.